So how are you feeling about Forrest and Luna being the new HOH?
Don't like it at all. Like they're probably the people I wanted least to win HOH. Like I would have been okay, I think, if Trent and Kiki won HOH. I would have preferred that actually because I feel like maybe I'm being delusional. I feel like I could have in some ways swayed where they were going. Like I don't want to say I'm actively gunning for them because I think it's like too early to be doing that for anybody. But like I kind of want them out somewhat soon, so I don't like them winning HOH.
Interesting. So what is it about them that makes you feel easy with them?
No, I feel like obviously I I don't feel comfortable saying this because like maybe they're not fully good at comps, but like they obviously did really well at this competition. Maybe it's just a one-time thing, but like I don't know, maybe they are gonna be really good at comps during the season. But aside from that, I don't know. I just feel like with Luna, and like I don't like saying because I like her a lot as a person, but like I feel like she will have a lot of influence with people. I feel like everybody will like her. I feel like everybody will gravitate towards her. Like she just has a very enchanting way of talking to people. Like I love talking to her myself, so I feel like I keep saying like I feel like a white girl. I don't know, but I feel that if I'm enjoying them, I guess in this way that other people will be as well. So I feel like they'll be a big social threat.
So what what are your predictions for who the nominations will be?
I think it's gonna be Trent and Kiki, and I heard from talking to Michael that they're somewhat apprehensive about nominating Ree and Gabe, but I feel like I know four different teams that will want uh, Gabe and Ree to be nominated. So I feel like if we can push for it, not necessarily push for it, but like if we could suggest it in a subtle way to them, that they're gonna say, okay, we don't want to piss off the house, so then they might nominate them. So I feel like those could be the nominations. I'm somewhat nervous of it being me and Amanda. I hope it's not, obviously. Amanda says that she feels really good with them, so I'm gonna trust her read on that, and that she has a decent relationship with Amanda. Sorry, she has a decent relationship with Luna, and I'm getting my people mixed up. But she says she feels like she has a decent relationship with her. I had a decent talk with Forrest. Like it wasn't particularly long, but I feel like for Forrest standards, it was really good. So I'm hoping it's not me, and I'm hoping that it's Gabe and Ree.
And what are your plans for veto? Are you hoping that you're drawn? Would you use it? Do you feel like you're go like you obviously don't know the nominations yet, but are you feeling like you're in a mood to use it or etc.?
Um, I would probably throw it if I felt okay. I don't know. If I'm nominated, then I'm obviously not going to throw it. But it depends on how I feel in the moment. Um, if I felt that there was a reason, and I doubt there will be, but if I felt like assuming I'm not nominated, if there was a reason that it would be good for my game to use it, then I would use it. But I don't think it would be good to like piss off somebody because that I would be the reason that somebody else would be going up. So I'd probably throw it, assuming I'm not in it. But yeah, I think I would try to look at all arguments, I guess, and see if there's a benefit to using it. And if there is, then I'll do it. Maybe the HOH has a bigger plan of some sort that doesn't harm any of my allies and the people that I trust, and that might be beneficial. So then maybe if that was the case, then it might be beneficial to use it. So, but likely I doubt that I would. If assuming I win it, I doubt that I would use it.
Mention thinking Kiki and Trent would be a target. Should they end up on the block, do you feel like that's someone you'd want to go home or someone you'd want to keep?
I would like to keep them personally because I feel like they'd make for good shields. I feel like that Kiki will always irritate people. I feel people will always want her gone. So I feel like that's the type of person you want to keep. But I doubt that anybody else. Actually, that's a lie. Sam and I talked about Kiki being a useful shield, but I don't know how much influence we just both have. Michael, I feel like agrees with that a bit, so maybe there's a few people that'd be open to it. I don't want to be the person who's like, actually, that's a lie. I wouldn't mind have pulling a few strings in week one, but then afterwards I would have to go back under the radar because, and I said this in my DR. Shout outs to Yoni. Yoni's a legend. I hope she's tearing up Spec Lounge right now. But so I just hosted her in Nick's Big Brother, and what she did was that she was super active in week one and in all sorts of alliances. Then afterwards laid really low. The people forgot about her after her being like she was considered the biggest threat in week one. So I think that that's like a viable strategy. Like if you're active in week one and doing a lot of stuff, you can go back under the radar. So if I felt that it was useful to keep Kiki and Trent, then I would do that. I know that they have. Michael told me that there's an alliance that Kiki has with Noella and Cherry and Michael and Zach. I feel like that Noella and Cherry are low key running the game. Either them or Luna and Forrest. Not Forrest. I don't think Forrest is like super active or whatever, but I know Luna is for sure. I wouldn't be so. Actually, I think there is an alliance between Luna. Maybe not Forrest. Maybe Forrest is not included in it, but like Luna, Noella, and Cherry, for sure. Like I think that, yeah, like I said, I think that Cherry and Noella are running the game.
Right. Um, so let's talk about your trust rankings. You posted rankings, but you didn't really expand too much on them. So did you want to do that now?
Sure, I'm gonna go reread them to be safe.
Okay.
So Michael and Zach, that's obvious. People might say, "Oh, Michael, that's annoying," but he's given me information about alliances he's in, so I have to trust that. Because if somebody's giving you information, you have to trust them. Zach and I have a decent relationship as well. We've talked about wanting to have each other's back, and I feel like Zach is somebody. He told me that he wants to work with me down the line, like, and for us to go really far together. Maybe he's saying that to everybody. I don't know for sure, but I feel like I have a decent rapport with him, and I feel like at some point he'd be a good meat shield because like 4 to 5 different people already told me that they like him. So if people are already seeing these things that he's like the super likable person, then I think like not now, but like way later on down the line, he'll be a big social threat. So that's somebody you want to keep on your side. So I trust Michael a lot. I like Zach a lot. Um, I trust them both actually. So that's why they're in number one. Isaac and Dis, I get along with Dis. Dis is fun. I like Dis. Isaac is cool. Here's the thing. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. I'm sure you've been seeing that I've been heeding to Isaac that he's my number one and that I trust him the most. I do trust Isaac and I do want to go far with him. I'm sincere about that. But part of me feels that he's kind of placating me and that he's not as sincere about us going like the final two with each other. He's not as sincere about it as I am. That's my vibe. But it would be cool if we did make it far together. But I don't know. I'm not being misted in any way. Like if people see me as being misted by posting that in my DR, I'm not being misted in any way. Sam and Cece. Cece I don't talk to a lot, but Michael does, and Michael has kind of told me that they're a threat. I myself have heard that they're a good player, so I kind of am keeping up appearances, I guess, with them, and I'm going to watch them. Sam, I trust a lot. Um, I think the people I want to go the furthest with are Isaac and Sam. Like I want to go to final. Like if I had it my way, they'd be the final three to me. Sam, I trust a lot. We exchange information. And for some reason, it didn't really take a lot. Sam was really one of the few people who said, "I have you high on my list." Nobody else really said that other than Amanda and Noella after I asked Noella, and I wasn't even at the top of Noella's ranking. So Sam telling me that he had me high and that he didn't need to be my number one or whatever, that made me trust him a lot. And I came to him and I told him my time, and we've been exchanging information, and we agreed to voice, but now we can't voice. But yeah, I have a lot of trust with Sam. I want to go far with Sam. Noella and Sherry. I'm doing something interesting with Noella. we're talking about his last. I'll say her last game in gold caps, which I stand. I am a Noella stan. I love Noella so much. Like I'm obsessed with Noella. But I feel like Noella's not mostly loyal to me. I feel like Noella is mostly loyal to Cherry, and that they have like an unbreakable bond. Noella's telling me that she's loyal to me, but I don't think she is. I think she's partly loyal to me. Like I think like maybe her backup option. So at some point, I want Cherry gone. Michael was talking about wanting them gone really soon, and like it seemed like he was really gung ho for it. Like he was thinking of exposing the Gold Caps Alliance, which would have been bad. I'm thinking of doing it at some point myself and blaming it on Ree. That's something I have in my back pocket. But yeah, I don't think I'm Noella's number one, which is unfortunate, but I get it. It is what it is. Her and Cher had an unbreakable bond in their last org that they played only a few weeks ago. And like I remember Noella writing this like passionate, beautiful goodbye message to Cherry, who was really sick at the time, and then Cherry was rooting for them. So they're really close. No matter what Noella's telling me, I don't trust it. And then there's Gabe and Ree. The bottom three, like I said, are very interchangeable. I have Gabe and Ree that high because Gabe is kind of obsessed with me. Gabe really loves me. Like he made me say "I love you" to him like 7 times on voice. Like Michael was messaging me laughing about it. So I just hosted a game, by the way. So he really likes me. I know that. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like him too. Like he weirds me out sometimes. Like he posts lots of pictures of himself, and I admire his confidence. Like I wish I was that confident in myself to like post selfies of myself at random times during the day in like house chat for no reason. So yeah, I find him to be a funny kid. I like him, but I don't know. He's kind of cracked. I feel like game wise, and I didn't like how he kept saying that he was not sorry or whatever, and I felt like he was trying too hard on voice with everybody to like give his opinion on the game, and like we all were supposed to kind of agree or whatever. So I didn't like that. Ree, it's weird with Ree because Ree is my best friend's girlfriend. I host an org with her boyfriend. We play together. We're really good friends. So we have a bond kind of, but I've had very little success talking to her. I think I've talked to everybody, literally everybody else in the game more. And Michael and I kind of agreed that we need to keep her safe because we're friends with her boyfriend, but like we're not gonna do that. Like we've kind of agreed that we want her to go out first, which sucks. You know, Yag, if you're listening, if you listen to this somehow afterwards, we love you, but I don't think it's gonna work out. Ree will be a number for Noella and Cherry if she's not already, which I know she is because we're in an alliance together. And Ree doesn't talk at it much. She probably talks to them directly more. But yeah, I don't trust her that much. Luna and Forest. Forest is cool, but I don't know if I will be able to like have a good rapport with him during the game. Like we had a decent talk, but I think that's kind of like the best it might be. Like just a few talks like that, nothing too serious. Um, Luna, I like a lot. I said. I wouldn't be surprised if she's like the most popular person. Like she's so fun to talk to in voice, and like the thing she did about the aliens, where she like had a read that Kiki would have a weird opinion about aliens, and then she asked her a question, and then Kiki started going off on that topic. Like I don't know. I just think that my gut is telling me that Luna will be a big threat in the game, and that's weird because I want meat shields in the game, but I don't know. I don't. I just feel like it wouldn't be in my favor later on. Maybe it will be now, but like later on, it won't. So yeah, those are my trust rankings, but 5 to 7 are like interchangeable. The top four is pretty definitive.
Okay, that was very informative. That's all the questions I have, unless you have anything more to say.
Um, so my plan right now is I've not messaged the HOHs yet. What I'm doing is I'm gonna let other people kind of exhaust them and tire them out. You know, like I'm assuming that there's people who they haven't spoken to a lot, but like in every org this happens. Like the second somebody wins HOH, so many people are gonna bother them and say, "Hey, congratulations," and all this fake stuff, which people don't like. I feel like people kind of respect it more if you say, "Hey, listen, I waited a few hours to message you because I knew you were getting a lot of messages and it was very fake and it was very annoying." And I didn't want to be one of those people. I wanted to give you space. I wanted to give you time to think. I wanted to give you a minute to breathe, and then I could say, "Hey, how are things? Or congrats on winning. Do you think I'll be safe this week?" I trust you. We can move forward. Yeah, da da da. So yeah, that's my plan with the HOH right now. I'm waiting a few hours. I have some information from Michael, which is good. So I have an idea of where their heads are at. Amanda said, I keep repeating myself. Amanda said she feels close with Luna, so I'm trusting that they have a bond of some sort. Michael was saying he thinks that there's a girls' alliance. I don't know if there is because Kiki's not in it, but like maybe they have an agreement of some sort. I don't know. But yeah, I need to. I'm waiting a bit, then I'll go talk to them. I obviously hope that I won't be a renom or whatever, or an initial nominee. If they ask me who I think should go up, I'll just say that I've been hearing from everybody that they want Gabe and re-up. And I'll mention the apology thing that I heard from some people, and it's not even false. I'm not making this up. I've heard it from 2, 3 different people that they didn't like that Gabe was saying that Kiki's apology was not sincere. So I'll just say that people found Gabe to be too abrasive, and it sucks that they feel like they have a good relationship with me, but like in some way they'll kind of expose their hand if they don't nominate them. So I'm really hoping that they go up. I don't want to be too pushy. I prefer if Kiki and Tread stayed, but I wouldn't mind voting them out. Like I'd be okay with it. But it would come down to veto. And I don't know. I think they have a decent. Um, I think that Trent and Key have a decent shot at winning veto. So I don't know then who the renom would be. Yeah, I think it would maybe be Sam or Cece or maybe me and Amanda.